it is time for Unpacking. Today we are sitting in conversation with Prince Kojo Hilton. He is a scenic designer, and so we are going to be talking about scenic design in Ghana and beyond, how far it has taken him, and then also what his plans are for the scenic design space in Ghana. Hello, Prince. Good morning. You're welcome.
Hi, Elena. I'm doing great. Yourself?
Lenny. I get to call saying
Lena.
Lenny. Please. Okay, but it's fine. It's okay.
Great.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's good that you've removed this for
Yes.
me. It's the artists that are usually wearing shades when they come in the morning. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So it's good you've taken it off so people can see. For those who are watching on the music, right? Eye contact really important. Anyway, let's start from when it started for you, from the very beginning. Okay, what was the motivation for you to get into scenic designing?
Great. Thank you so much. And viewers, God bless you all for watching. All right.
And listening on Plus FM.
Sure. The name simply is Prince Kojo Hilton. I'm a visual artist. First of all, I'm a visual artist.
Okay.
I draw and paint. I started drawing at a very, very tender age. Let's say from 4, I was doing sketches and all that, paintings and all that. So I grew with it. And somewhere along the line, I met my uncle, who was then the technical director of the National Theatre. Okay. Those days, do you remember the Kiso Concert Party, Ghana Music Awards? All those setup was my uncle. Dr. Johnson Edu, currently a lecturer at the University of Education, and he's the HOD for the design department at the University of Education. Okay. And then he nurtured me through while I was growing, because he realized that, hey, I have the ability to make things happen through drawing and painting. So he gave me some guidelines. And because I also love the space, I have passion for the space, I also gave in my all, you know. And right after being with him at the National Theatre, I also entered into the film industry as well. I had a chance working with the likes of Abdul Salam, HM Films, Haki Films, Danfobi, Akatuba, those times. You remember the film Dons of Sakawa, Who Loves Me, Chelsea, all those ones.
Oh, you were on all those?
Yes, I was working as a set designer by then.
Nice.
You know.
Interesting.
So, yes, and then before I went back to school, went to study art direction and production design at NAFTI. Okay. Yes, so right after NAFTI, yes, now a lot started happening. Okay. Sure.
All right. Now, you mentioned that you used to paint and all of that. Yeah. Do you still do that?
I still do. I do portrait a lot.
Okay.
Yes, I do portraits. I do every form of art in terms of abstract paintings. I'm into it too as well. Yeah.
Okay. Do you also believe that it's okay to do multiple things at the same time? If so, right? Yes. Considering that you are still doing your art, you're still painting and drawing, and then adding to it scenic design, how do you balance it all?
Great. So it's all the same space. If you happen to be a visual artist, okay, by the grace of God, you are someone who have a lot of abilities. If a visual artist starts singing now, he'll be unique. Do you know Michael Jackson was an artist, a visual artist?
No, you are now giving me that information.
Go do that research. I can even send you videos and pictures of some of his artworks and all that.
I'll check on
you know, when an artist becomes an actor, he's dangerous. Have you heard of Andrew Adote?
Yeah.
Of Roverman Productions.
Yes, he was here sometime last week. Yeah.
He's a powerful visual artist.
He said so.
Yes. So you see, if you have that ability, it expands or extends to other aspects of the arts. So for me, having the guidelines from the theater and film, it's the same thing. Yeah. You know. So going to film school helped me. I went there and I was exposed to things I need to know as a filmmaker, not as an art director or a production designer. So I came out of NAFTI as a complete filmmaker.
Okay.
Right. So that has also helped me in other aspects of
well.
my trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really interesting how you share. So that also means that you're selling your artworks and stuff. When you finish, if that's the case, I would want to see a few of the things, especially
yes.
the abstracts as well.
Sure.
Maybe I can order one or two.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Now let's get back into scenic design, right? You're out of school from NAFTI, and then also a lot started happening in your own words, right? Among the lots that have happened over time, what would you say are your most memorable pieces that you've created on stage or in film as well?
Okay. When it comes to film, I had the chance working with Hollywood in Nairobi, Kenya, as a scenic artist. And that production, that opportunity exposed me to a lot. Having a chance to work with Hollywood filmmakers. In fact, I worked with the directors of Matrix, the movie Matrix.
Okay.
Yes. The Wachowskis.
Oh wow.
And the movie is titled Sense8.
Oh, I haven't.
Yes, it's a series. So and I also worked on Beast of No Nation as well as a scenic designer too as well, and a couple of. There's a recent film that came out, what do we call it? When I remember, I'll let you know that I did production design as well. And when it comes to stage, most of George Quay's production, like the Gods Are Not to Blame, Akusika, Fifi Coleman's productions, most of his plays. In fact, I do most of the stage and design.
How do you make sure that your next work is better than your previous? And that's also to ask how you're improving on your craft.
Great. So most of the time, when I'm being given an opportunity to work on a project, I first of all cast my mind back to my previous work and say, no, this very work, I has to give me other markets. This work also has to expose what I can do more. So I go deep into it and see what I can add to this that I wasn't able to do in the other production. So it kind of looked like every project I do sets a record, breaks my other records. Yes, and I'm so happy about it. And
that
I hope
be the case.
Yes, I hope every creative artist should start thinking that way. Yeah.
Okay. In thinking the way you're thinking, improving yourself, elevating yourself, which by extension feeds into your craft and your art, right? You are coming up with a masterclass, right? A scenic design masterclass. Will this be the first in Ghana? Because I don't think I've heard of a scenic design masterclass before. And then what informed this decision?
Okay, great. So if you happen to go to the universities where they study theater, there's a department for scenic design. So those who design backgrounds for theater productions, like the stage designs, and then even events as well, and then so it's already there. But then the reason I'm pushing this is because they study. You see them graduate every time, but then you don't find them in our space. How many scenic designers do you know? But you've watched so many movies, you don't find them. Stage productions, you don't find them. And the same old people keep doing the same thing, all the time. We need to have faces. We need to groom other ones, new breed, to take over. So my focus is also letting people know that there's a difference between set design and art and production design. And also scenic design. There are three different areas. So you shouldn't think if you're a set designer, automatically makes you a scenic artist or a scenic designer. So this masterclass will break it all down for the populace. Let me give you a little example.
I would appreciate that.
When you are working as a scenic designer on a film set, your duty is to create a believable environment, a believable space that can tell the story. Most of the time, we watch films, and if they are shooting in a classroom, let's say in a classroom, that there are windows that you could see outside. The focus is only on those in the classroom. But outside the class,
Doesn't look like a school compound.
Doesn't look like a school compound. So what's the focus of the scenic designer is that he watches the background, the midground, and the foreground of the story.
Okay.
So what is happening at the background? If they're in the classroom and you could see through the window, you could see some kids who are going home, some car dropping people, people walking around. That's the background activities that is complementing the scene.
Right.
Okay. Now, scenic designers make a set realistic. Most of the time, if you see some of the sets, something like this that we see on the screen, I mostly don't create a raw background because every background has a texture.
Okay.
So that's why every scenic designer have a background of art. Because if you go to a film school, if you go to an art school or read about art, you get to know about the elements and the principles of design, which will guide you every time you are putting up a creative stuff. So we also work with textures, creating textures for the scene, or our set or background to make it much more believable. Okay, and same applies to stage. So yes, this is what I really want to push in the industry.
Okay.
And I've been doing this for the past 2 decades.
You've been doing scenic design for the past 2 decades?
Yes, all my life.
Wow.
Yes, all my life.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you so very much.
Such a long time.
Yes, and I've been training not only in Ghana, I've done this in Gambia, South Africa, Equatorial Guinea, Kenya, I've done this in the US.
Interesting.
Yes.
What has been the feedback over the years that you've done the scenic design masterclass?
Fantastic. Fantastic. I believe my other strength is sharing knowledge. Okay, every little space or I get with someone, I try to share with you something that you have never heard before. Okay, that will improve or help you improve on what you do. So I remember in Nigeria, somewhere 2017, I was selected to represent Ghana in an Africa Cinematography Festival event where I had the chance to lecture in the University of Lagos for 1 whole week. It was interesting. It was still in my area, my space, okay? And then they keep calling. Every institution that the time given me to speak is always not enough for me because people want to hear more.
Oh, so that explains why you're going to be doing your masterclass from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Exactly.
And then it's a 1 week masterclass.
It's a 1 week masterclass.
Yeah.
I would like to use this opportunity to also acknowledge the universities that have partnered with me to do this. University of Ghana, University of Education, Takoradi University, Takoradi Technical University, KNUST. I've also contacted NAFTI, my alumni, so they're also coming on board. And thank you so much. I'm calling everyone. You don't have to be an artist who can draw. You should just be have a design ability or
so
maybe
what if the
skill
person
in graphic design.
Have the design ability whatsoever?
So not at all anything. Okay, you can still come and learn something new, and that can also help you. Exactly.
Okay. Shouldn't it also take someone who is passionate, about it as well? Because I believe that these scenic designs and the art pieces and all of that, they take a lot of time, right? Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, so you need to be able to be ready to take all the time that it needs to put up a set or, do a scenic design or do an art piece.
And do you know what? Our event is 6 days. I'm going to break things down and make sure by the time we finish this program, you are out there.
Okay.
This masterclass is not like the one we always know. It's a 6 days intensive one, 2 days in the classroom where we do the model making, we do a lot of graphic design and all that, the theory aspect of it. 3 days will be, we are constructing a live set, just as I do for the film productions and the theater stage productions. So 3 days we are constructing a live set. On the 6th day, we are inviting the general public. It will be an exhibition, inviting the general public, the media, Ghana YMCA, and I'm happy they are partnering with me to do this. Around Adabraka, a Ridge Runabout, around the Ridge Runabout. They share the same wall with the psychiatric.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. All right.
So the 6th day will be an open exhibition to the public where they'll come and see what the students have been able to do so far, and also the media interviewing and also interviewing the students and also ushering them into the industry.
Right.
That's the
Beyond
focus.
this masterclass, what are your plans for scenic design in Ghana?
Great. I'm believing and hoping that this masterclass will, open the eyes of people in the industry and even people that watch film and begin to understand that, hey, so there's so much creativity we put in there when we are we are making our productions, and also the young ones that are coming, they should also get to know that there are so many areas for them to dive into, especially those in the senior high schools studying visual arts. There are so many job opportunities for them, but the courses we learn in school doesn't expose all those areas. And scenic design is one of those that I really want to push, and that I believe some time to come, this will be one of the areas that will improve our film industry. Okay,
and I think that it's good that you're doing this masterclass and your plans for the scenic design space. I just hope that you're able to get it through. Okay, but before I let you go, what are your thoughts on Ghana's film and theater space, being that you're a key player in there as well?
I'm so happy. This time around, our theater space is grooming, it's booming, because it's gone through stages. Our theater space have gone through a lot of stages, and I'm happy. And also, I always acknowledge names like Uncle Ebo White, who came to, pave the way for most of us, and then those that started before him. And
the times of concert party.
Yes, and initially it wasn't like that, but now people can pay 300 Ghana cedi to go watch a stage production. And it is because we had people who had dedicated themselves to not stop when even it was tough. Okay? People like George Quay, people like Fifi Coleman. I've worked with Fifi Coleman for over 80 years on productions. He never stopped. He's still doing it. Latif,
as well.
yes, Latif Abubakar, Nashoko, all of them. The School of Performing Arts guys, they are also pushing from all angles. So you see, Nyansapo, so it's like every month there's something happening on stage for people to see, and it doesn't look like it's always something new. Now let's come to our film space. We are trying. I'm not saying we are not doing well. We are trying. We are still pushing. But there's more to be done. We need to start pushing much effort in how we produce the production itself. Okay. The production. There are so many loopholes.
You don't think enough work goes into the production?
Yes, that's what I think.
Even with as far as we have come.
We work so hard when we are working with international productions. Okay. I know. Okay. My people work so hard. They give all their best when they are doing international productions.
Wouldn't that be because maybe with international productions the money is better? Thank you. Thank you that I started doing this. Thank you. Wouldn't it be that the money is better?
It could be.
And but so that's motivation enough. Because I think also that we have to move from that place where it's for kobo, this person is my friend, that person is my friend. And so even if that person doesn't fit the role for which I want, I will push that person to fit into the role. And then because the person, that subconsciously, some way, somehow, the person knows that, this person is my friend. They may not pay me for it. It's going to be a barter where when I also need the person will come. So I won't give my 100% compared to if I'm being paid $1,000, $2,000, or even $10,000 for a production. If you tell me to come at 6, I'm there at 2 a.m. Instead of the 6 a.m. that you asked me to come. Do you understand? So I think that it also plays a role. But funding is important.
You also know that you are as good as your last job.
Granted.
It is your last job that will give you the next job.
Granted.
So when
I think that I would say that you are as good as your last paid job. Let's make it that. You see, you're quiet. Yeah,
I'm not too quiet.
You are as good as your last paid job, because I think sometimes also people are subpar when it comes to jobs, because then they know that they can't be paid more, or the people that have gotten them on these jobs are not paying them as much as they want to be paid, and so they won't pour their hearts into it, which should not be the case, right? But it is. It is what it is. It's rather unfortunate. But anyway, I would just also say to you that I hope that your cynic design class goes just as you have envisioned it to go, and you go ace it. All right. It's been a conversation with Prince Kojo Hilton. Prince, please, your socials.
Yeah, so on Facebook it's AMB Prince Kojo Hilton. Instagram is at Kojo Hilton.
Okay.
I think that's it. On Google, just Google Prince Kojo Hilton. You find everything about me.
Big men are talking. Anyway, you're still tuned in to Culture Daily. Later in the big conversation, we'll be speaking to Dr. Chris Amina on understanding STIs as a part 2 of that conversation. But before Dr. Chris comes on the big conversation, we have a trending live with Sofa. My name is Lenny Lomote, and this has been Unpacking.